I seem loud.
These do seem extra loud.
All right, the time is 6 o'clock, 6:05 actually, on February 22nd, 2024. The regular board meeting of the Vernon Hills Park District Board of Commissioners is called to order. With those present, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Geraldo.
Here.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Here.
Commissioner Robbins.
Here.
Vice President Senti.
Here.
President Dorhofer.
Here. First item on the agenda is the omnibus vote agenda. Items under the omnibus vote agenda are considered routine and or not controversial and may be approved by a separate motion, by one motion. If a separate vote on any one item is desired, it will be pulled from the omnibus vote agenda and voted on separately. Items in the omnibus vote agenda for this evening are the minutes of the special board meeting dated January 18th, 2024, minutes of the regular board meeting dated January 18th, 2024, minutes of the special meeting dated January 23, 2024, payables and payroll through February 22, 2024 in the amount of $677,742.69. May I have a motion to approve the omnibus vote agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes. Next item on the agenda, which isn't on the agenda, is the public comment period. Is there any members of the public wishing to address the board at this time? No, there are not, so we'll move on. Next is the financial records. Superintendent Mitchell, are there any changes to the financial reports for the period ending January 31, 2024?
No changes.
Thank you very much. Actually, I skipped there as we go. All right, so we'll move on to unfinished business. I skipped that, my bad. Sorry, Amy.
No worries.
I was so excited to get to that, too. First item of new business is the fiscal year 2025 salary classification recommendation. May I have a motion to approve the fiscal year 2025 salary classification recommendation?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes, the next item on the agenda of new business is the 2024 F-350 liftgate plow and accessories purchase recommendation. May I have a motion to approve a motion? Could I have a motion to approve the liftgate plow and accessories purchase to Casper Truck Equipment in the amount of $18,714?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes, the next item on the agenda under new business is the 2024 F-450 dump body Western Tornado spreader and accessories purchase recommendation. May I, easy for you to say. May I have a motion to award the dump body spreader and accessories purchase to Casper Truck Equipment in the amount of $38,731.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes, the next item of new business is the 2024 John Deere bunker rake purchase recommendation. May I have a motion to award this purchase to Revels John Deere, Elgin, in the amount of $19,687.80?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes. The next item of new business is the 2024 Landscape Maintenance Bid Award. May I have a motion to award the 2024 Landscape Maintenance Contract to Balance Environment out of, for the amount of $47,920?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Robbins?
Yes.
Commissioner Geraldo?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs?
Yes.
Vice President Senti?
Yes.
President Dorhofer?
Yes, the final item of new business is the 2024 Landscape Maintenance Bid Award. May I have a motion to award the 2024 asphalt contract to Manival in the amount of $56,290.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion?
I did have a question.
Yes.
I just found it interesting, the wide variety spread in these bids, and I was wondering if you had any feeling about why that is. Sometimes what we're giving out is not as clear, it could be all different reasons. Can you share any thoughts with us?
I think part of it really is the fact that some of them are traveling a lot further too. I think the one contractor that was overpriced by quite a bit, I think he was coming all the way out from past Rockford. He may not have understood it fully with what his price was, but we host a pre-bid meeting. Everybody's welcome to come talk to us. We get their information. If they need anything, they can email us, call us at any time. So we're very open and try to communicate with everybody as best as possible.
And I think it looks like all of them, I'm not counting, or at least the majority of them were present for the pre-bid meeting because they signed in? Or is that for
That's
the
the bid
actual
opening.
bid? It's the
Yeah.
bid opening, okay.
Correct.
All right, that was just it.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Robbins?
Yes.
Commissioner Senti?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs?
Yes.
Commissioner Geraldo?
Yes.
President Dorhofer?
Yes, we will move on to staff reports. If we could have Facility Manager Lacey Marinenko, please come to the podium.
Good evening. Is this on? Can you hear me? Facility attendance for January 2024 was 9,252, and that's 1,113 unique visits. So just for point of reference of how busy we are getting, that was 1,000 visits more than in December. So, and 26 of those visits were unique. So just with 26 people, we had 1,000 more visits. So that was great to see. Monthly and annual memberships currently total 1,385. Our Member Appreciation Day for February was hosted or sponsored by Sam's Club, so we thank them for sponsoring. They've sponsored for a couple months in a row, and they will also be sponsoring for March and April. We successfully generated 80 leads in January, 40 from web forms and 40 through people just walking in the building, hearing about us from other ways than just our website. Not included in this number is 5 members that joined from the Ukrainian Welcome event from a few months ago, so it was nice to see them. For programming, we would like to thank everyone who came out to the Frosty 5K and the Flick and Float. We had 51 people come out for Frosty 5K and 145 registrants for the Flick and Float. The fundraiser that we did for the Maui Strong Fund raised $1,612. Fit for Life is a 6-week program for participants 50 plus, and that will be starting February 27th. And then a new program that is coming is the Lakeview Running Crew. Jason Chambers is working with some of the businesses in Melody Farm to have social events after each run each month. So that is a new program that is developing. Our Group X schedule for spring is starting March 4th and will be running for 13 weeks. And then Slay a 5K is another new program that's coming, a 10-week training program that begins on the 25th to help people prepare for their first 5K. And that concludes my report unless there's any questions.
Any questions for Lacey? Thank you very much. Finance and HR Superintendent Jessica Mitchell.
Thank you. As far revenue. So through January, the district has received $6,014,776,000, or 99.3% of our 2022 adjusted tax extension. As of January 31st, the district has $10,480,000 in cash and investments. $8 million is invested in 31 certificates of deposit and treasury bills with various maturing dates over the next 60 months, and $2 million is available for cash flow purposes. All excess cash is invested in our Fifth Third Bank money market fund at 4.29%. As certificates and treasury bills mature in the months ahead, some of the funds will be reinvested and some will be left in the broker money market funds. In January, capital expenditures totaled $34,700. Expenses include $8,000 for engineering services at Hartman Park, $13,000 on a new salt hopper at the park maintenance facility, $7,500 on child care classroom painting, $2,000 on engineering at Turtle Creek Water Park, $2,900 on new chairs, and $840 on Turtle Creek Water Park bathhouse renovations. The abatement ordinance 1-24 and 2-24 that were board approved at the January board meeting were filed with Lake County on January 24th. I'm happy to report that the district did not incur any unemployment claims for the fourth quarter of 2023. This February, I was asked to join the IPRA Finance Committee, which is a volunteer position that reviews monthly financial IPRA financial statements, annual audit, and annual operating budget and membership dues. Meetings take place quarterly, and I'm looking forward to participating in that capacity for IPRA. On the topic of human resources, we are very excited that we have 2 new full-time employees. Their positions, we have Rachel Laren. She's assuming the role as a recreation supervisor of special events under Tom. And then we have Matthew Pagachnik. Oh, darn. I thought I could write it correctly to read it. He's our newest park maintenance team member. He's reporting to Matt under Mark's park and maintenance team. Both Rachel and Matt began working with us this Monday, so we are very happy to have them on board. The DEI committee participated in a virtual and interactive team building event on February 7th that focused on Black History Month. It provided a real-time virtual tour of historical Black neighborhoods in Washington, D.C. and Atlanta. It was kind of a fun, interactive, virtual experience to have, where they would kind of shoot back and forth in different locations and talk to people on the street, and it was just kind of an interesting way to learn more and enlighten us in Black History Month. The tour was led by a company called Unexpected Virtual Tours and Training, so definitely appreciate Shauna setting that up. That concludes my report, unless there's any questions I can answer.
Any questions for Jessica? Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is Park Superintendent Mark Fleischman.
Good evening. As Jessica mentioned, we have a new full-timer start on Monday, Matt Pagachnik. Matt comes to us from working seasonally at different parks and public works entities. He also has experience working in construction, drywalling, light fixture, installation, and replacement. I look forward to working with Matt and building a better professional relationship. These past few weeks, since the weather's been so nice, the park staff has been able to get out to Lake Charles and remove some dead and hanging trees. We are also looking to give it a cleaner look and allow for sun to promote more of that native grass look underneath. We are also planning to install 3 to 5 trees on the east side of our property within the next month or so. As we've talked about, Turtle Creek's Fairground, the project is now underway. As of today, they've got the footings dug out and they're ready to start bringing in some rebar and get some anchors in within the next week or so. And erosion control was installed February 8th. The contractor has been on site removing topsoil and getting the site prepped for the past week and a half. Turtle Creek Water Park, pine tree removal was completed for the new shelter for the new entrance that we're proposing in the back there. Parks Department was also able to install the new Turtle Creek sign out front as you're turning into the parking lot. They did a fantastic job. When the weather is guaranteed to be nicer, they're going to come back out and repaint the post and make everything look really nice. Touching up on last month's report, all repairs on the dividers and the hoops have been completed. Everything is working efficiently. We talked about the wheelchair lift last month as well. We are currently in the process of getting pricing to replace the lift altogether. It's about a 6 to 8 week lead time roughly to get a new one in, so we have found a company that will come out and install temporary ramping for us. So we are in the process and they should be installed by Monday. Lakeview Fitness Center lighting, we are working with Stock to get the new lights installed in the lobby. Stock's also been in and fixed some studio lighting that needed to be repaired and the lighting behind the counter as well. In terms of the construction and warranty with Camosi, they were able to supply us with MG Mechanical to fix the warranty issues, and the HVAC is now working well. They also got us in touch with their electrical contractor to fix one of the hanging lights that is under warranty. They will be out Tuesday morning to fix that, and I have a meeting with him on Wednesday to talk about roof repairs. And that is it for my board report. Are there any questions?
Any questions for Mark? Thank you very much. Recreation Superintendent Tom Ritter.
Good evening. Well, Winterfest was too cold, and then we rescheduled it, and it was too warm, but we did it anyway. And despite the rescheduled date and the lack of snow, we did have about 150 people show up and participate in all the activities, and it went really well. Just a little thank you to Gabby Cervantes from School District 73. She's a very good community supporter, and she came out with some volunteers, and they did some crafts with the kids, which just enhanced the event. So thanks to D73 for their support, in particular Gabby. Just the two of us danced sold out with 240 people. It was a very, very successful evening. And then the complimentary event, You're My Superhero, another parent-child event, will be taking place on April 5th here at the Sullivan Center, and registration is still open for that. The theme there is to dress as your favorite superhero, and there's a DJ and games, the usual nice fun activities. Always close it down with ice cream, get them all sugared up so they can go home. And again, there is still registration available for the You're My Superhero. The next upcoming special event is going to be the Spring Egg Hunts, which take place the weekend of March 22nd and 23rd. Friday night, the 22nd, is when the 8 to 12-year-olds can come out with a flashlight right around dusk and do their search for their eggs. And then this is all at Kids Castle Playground. And then Saturday morning, we do a doggy egg hunt at 9 a.m., followed by 3 consecutive different age groups of kids doing egg dashes as well. We have a magician there in addition to the activities, and there's going to be a volunteer group that's going to be doing some face painting as well. Registration is currently available for these as well. So just to close on those events right there, it was nice that 4 of you were able to meet Rachel tonight. You just missed her. We will leave her soon enough, but she's only been here 4 days and she's really fitting in well, really off to a great start. So we're really excited to have her on staff. In the programming area, as our youth and adult basketball leagues are coming into a conclusion in the next few weeks, it's time to start thinking outdoors again. So our adult softball leagues registration begins March 18th. And the deadline to register is April 15th for our leagues that begin play in May. Last year, our men's leagues went from 8 to 15 teams, so it was a significant growth. We went from 1 league to 2. Hopefully we can continue with that. And co-rec softball in the summer is kind of up and down the last few years. We did not have a league this past summer, but we're still offering it, hoping that people would like to play on Monday evenings. So if anyone's interested in softball, just contact us here at the Sullivan Center. The men's leagues are on Wednesday and Thursday nights. Community Garden Lottery begins on March 1st. It's for residents only, and then it opens up. If there's plots remaining, they become available on April 15th. There are approximately 65 plots available at Century Park, either at the Indianwood location to the north or at the Boat Dock location, kind of right in the middle of the park. There are 9 plots at Hartman Park typically, but with the renovation and improvements taking place, they will not be available this year. By the time they're available, it'll be past the growing season. The good news is those 9 are being replaced with a new set of beds, and there will be 12 starting next year with a couple of raised ones. So For those interested at any of those parks, I encourage them to get in the lottery in the next month, starting Friday, March 1st. Day camp registration began on February 15th. We started a little earlier than we have in the past. The response was strong. We had a good start to registration for the beginning of the summer camp season. We still offer 9 weekly camp sessions, beginning the week of June 3rd. That week we'll have a reduced number of days because there were some snow days. I think we're starting on Wednesday the 5th that first week. We still have at the end of summer, at the very end, we just do something called Last Blast, which is extremely popular in Phil's. It's about 10 days of just, it's like those that still need the care at the end of summer. Even though we're losing a lot of staff to school, we keep this camp going for those that still need it, and they usually do fill up. We probably get between 75 and 90 kids in those camps. That's from the weeks of August 5th through 16th. Our day camps do continue to have extended care from 3 to 6 p.m. daily at the Sullivan Center throughout the summer. And we're offering a new teen travel camp this year. So we've historically done a really nice camp called Helping Hands where they do service projects, but it just seems like the interest is waning on that from the kids. So this camp will be a little bit more tailored to doing a couple different trips per week in addition to going to the pool, which is where their main interest lies. And the only other thing we changed with camps this summer is we've tailored the camps down to narrower age groups. Typically, most of our camps are either grades kindergarten through 3rd grade or 4th grade through 7th grade. Now it's kindergarten, 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th. So it's pretty much a 2-age window, which creates a better experience for most kids. Sometimes it's tough for a kindergartner with 3rd graders and a 4th grader with 7th graders. So hopefully this will create a better experience for everybody as well. And then just to highlight a few programs that were newer to us this year, adult programs that took place in February successfully. We had a photography class that went, and then we had 2 classes that were actually full. An introduction to cheese making, I didn't know that would fill, but it did. And we have a fresh made cannoli class that went last night, and that was full as well. So that's my report, unless there's any questions.
Any questions for Tom? Thank you very much. We will move on to Marketing and Communications Manager, Cheryl Buman. Cheryl?
Good evening, everyone. As Tom mentioned, camp has begun registration. Our camp guide was posted to the website the day registration began for residents. However, before the 15th, we had sent out emails as a preview, and it directed people to all of our website pages so they could see all the camps that were coming up, a description, and the fees. And then we sent that twice to first, and the people didn't open it. They got it 2 days later. And then on the day camp began, another email was sent out along with social media posts saying, today's the day for residents. We also let the non-residents know that they could start registration today, February 22nd. Our summer guide is being created right now. It's in its first proof. It will be mailed to our community mid-April. It will include our camp guide, will be printed and included in the summer guide. And it will also include our specialty camps, all information about our Turtle Creek Water Park and our general summer programs. I've seen a proof, it looks wonderful, of our Turtle Creek Water Park Summer Fun booklet. So it's a new design. It includes all of our fun days that we'll be having all season long at the water park. It does give some information on our tot swim, our water walking, and just everything aquatics that's happening over there. We're going to have it printed and available to start sending home with our preschool kids and our programs in early May. We do have our Turtle Creek, I keep saying Turtle Creek Water Park pole banners. We created pole banners for the interior of the water park and also for our Aspen Drive here. So I believe I saw the ones on Aspen Drive. They are out, and the ones on the interior is following some designs of the features of the spray ground. So we have a turtle, we have a frog, we have a butterfly, and we also have Sully the lifeguard. It's all coming together. We also did get our sail flags, and those are the tall ones that we're going to put out at the entry of the spray ground when it opens pre and post season. So we just ordered them because they look great, and we have them. So we have them in our building over here, and we also are working on some new signage for the interior of the water park, which that has already been ordered too. So we've got some new rural signs, and it all follows a new branding. So it's going to be fresh and bright It's gonna look really good. We've also hired, I think I have it in here somewhere, I'm just talking here, an artist that she's working on murals for the interior of the water park and also the exterior of the water park, and some other artistic, like stencils for the cement ground as you come out of the locker room, so it kind of leads you back to the spray ground. So I did get, just today, I did get her first design proof, which I actually haven't looked at yet. But she'll be designing them, and then she'll also be painting them. So that's gonna, and she's following all the same branding that we already have in place. As far as the website, obviously all the camp pages are updated, and all the fees have been input for the water park also, which can be changed easily if need be. The March events and programs and also summer day camp information has been sent to D73 schools, and the principals do include those newsletters to their families. I believe it's every other week. And I do get confirmation from the communications person there that they've received them and they're sending them out. I've included all of our spring events and even some early summer ones to all of our online community calendars. So that goes to the Herald, to the Times, sometimes to the Pioneer Press, to all of them. So they've all been added, and also the Chamber and the Convention Center. We've seen some events on those calendars also. Excuse me. Quite a bit of email marketing has gone out, but the ones I wanted to bring to your attention is our affiliates have been asking for some emails to go out to enhance their registration. So we've sent them out for the community baseball and softball registration, and also the soccer club registration. Excuse me. Busy with social media, Cassie had done a heart-long heart health social media campaign for Lakeview Fitness, and people had submitted their what they've been doing fitness themed to help their heart health, and they have a cute board over at Lakeview. People have posted what they've done, so that's been going on. We have also done some Facebook ads for Lakeview Fitness, offering some free one-day passes. And when I wrote this last week, we already had 302 people click on those links for a free pass. We've also done a paid ad for summer jobs, which has had over 1,100 engagements as of last week. That's my report for the evening. If you have any questions. Yes.
Oh, wait, I have a question. Do the specialty camps always come separate from the camp guide?
Yeah, the camp guide is just our day camps, and the specialty camps, usually they're about a week, or not ever more than a week, and those get included in the summer guide, and then I also have a page under the camp tab, if you want to, on the website for all the specialty camps.
Cheryl, I should have brought this to your attention before, and I apologize if I'm catching you off guard, but in reading some of the Facebook pages, we get a lot of people that are shocked about Turtle Creek. And what is it, and what happened to the Family Aquatic Center? Can you just real quickly just kind of go over the rebranding of the Family Aquatic Center to Turtle Creek, and why, kind of the emphasis behind?
Right, well, we started telling the community about a year ago through our program guides. So we've had our renderings of what's coming. With the addition of the spray ground, we decided to give the whole aquatic center a facelift. It's 30 years old. We wanted to brighten it up and just give it its own name. And so since we have the creek, well, the creek is a nice name for the ditch, running through it, we wanted to just give it that theme, and then also include some features that you would find in a creek, like the cattails and the frogs and the turtles, and so the name came about of what's in that piece of land and what's represented, which is the creek, and the lazy river is surrounded by all the natural plantings, and that's how we came about it. We thought it would be nice to, since we're expanding it, just really give it a new name and make it something special.
Thank you very much. And rumor has it there are real turtles in that creek?
I bet there is.
My guess is there will be plentiful by the time Turtle Creek opens this year. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Thank you. Next, Executive Director Jeff Foudreau. Jeff?
also with the, I can just, the Turtle Creek, that was part of our last strategic plan as well. There was a initiative for the district to look at renaming the aquatic center. And so that's what we did, in keeping in test. But we did have several, I'll just say, communication pieces that we put out to the community, besides what Cheryl mentioned in our program guide about the renaming. And every time we talked about the spray ground, we talked about the renaming and calling it the Turtle Creek Water Park. So I just don't, I know some people on social media maybe don't follow us as closely, but we did provide ample, I think, communication components to let people know about that. At your dais, some of you got a packet of just some financial information, some future financial information. I added a supplement document. I know I provided hand delivered copies to both Commissioner Robbins and Sente last week. And so there's a supplement document to that on those potential GO bond considerations. And we'll talk about that at our public budget workshop next March 21st. And for your calendars say a 5 p.m. start. If you would just make sure that you correct that to a 4:30 start, because we still got quite a bit of work from our workshop tonight that we want to make sure we have plenty of time for you.
That was March what?
21st.
Got it.
And we will be inviting Aaron Gold, our financial advisor from Spear, to provide some guidance and an opportunity for the commissioners to ask any questions about some of those bonding related questions that may come up. Tomorrow, I think hopefully all of you got on your schedules. We'll be hosting the IEPD legislative breakfast for all of Lake County. We have over 80 people coming. We've got half a dozen legislators that are supposed to be present. A lot of strong, just platform-related issues that IEPD will be presenting that are related to our industry and what we're trying to advance this session down in Springfield. So look forward to seeing you all there tomorrow. President Duerhofer will be hosting that event for us, for everybody that's attending. We're still working on some bid documents for both Hartman Park. We got, Mark and I got an email on that just late afternoon today, and just a couple other things we got to clean up. That's scheduled to go out to bid next Tuesday, so we're on target for that. And then also the improvements that we're doing at Turtle Creek Water Park at the entrance. So we should have drawings on that. That's scheduled to go out to bid a week from today, but we still haven't seen the final drawings on that. Hopefully those are going to be delivered tomorrow or at the latest Monday. When I do receive those, I'll make sure that I pass those along to the commissioners so you can get an idea of what you're looking at. That budget is $125,000 just to kind of do some lobby improvements and some of the entry improvements, and then also what Cheryl alluded to with some of the murals and just trying to again just put a new identity on what was the Family Aquatic Center that we're turning into Turtle Creek Water Park. And yes, President Duerhofer, we may have to put some additional turtles in that creek. So Mark, stocking fish, we can stock the creek. We can do that. Also at the dais, I gave you all a photo that we took from the conference on our accreditation award. Again, special thanks to Amy. I'm going to ask her at next month's board meeting to come up, so we'll have her on the agenda just to give you an update on the accreditation process and kind of the finality of that, and then also just some risk endeavors risk and safety endeavors that we're going through, because Amy she's a strong ally of our leadership team, and so we want to give her some time too. What else do I have here? The spray ground Mark talked a little bit about. If any of you have any interest in coming by tomorrow or even, next week and you got some time and you want to see what's going on, just give me a holler. Be happy to show you. We ran into a little snafu yesterday morning while they were doing some excavation where we ran into a 24-inch pipe that was nowhere on our drawings whatsoever. We're still not really sure. We know it comes off the Lazy River and just goes into one of our, probably our surge tank. And so we had to move the building. The building is like a small garage that's gonna facilitate all of our future mechanical systems. And so we had to shift that over a few feet because this pipe literally was running right through underneath where we had it placed. So, change order number one, there'll be more, I'm sure. Hopefully not too many more. A little extra cost for the excavator to have to, do a little digging and moving things. But one of those, contingencies, one of those unforeseens that we do budget for in the project. So it's not gonna slow the project down at all. We're continuing to move forward. Obviously, the weather we've had has been fantastic. The forecast for the next couple weeks looks really, really positive, so that'll help us continue to move things forward. So anybody has any questions on that, feel free, but I'd love to be able to take you out there and kind of show you the lay of the land. Cheryl's ordered a sign that we're gonna put out on Aspen Drive, because we're getting a lot of people like, what's going on over there, and so we'll have the new spray ground coming summer of 2024, and maybe that'll get people excited and have people get back to me. Other than that, that's all I have. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Jeff?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is the commissioner and committee reports. Being as there are none, we will move to commissioner comments. Commissioner Robbins.
Nothing this evening.
Commissioner Sente.
Nope.
Commissioner Geraldo.
None.
Commissioner Jacobs.
Congratulations to Jess serving on this new committee, and thank you to Mark for getting the lights fixed at Lakeview.
Agree. Also, I'd like to congratulate Commissioner Robbins on achieving his master board member status. Where's your plaque?
How cute.
And to Vice President Sente for achieving distinctive board member status. And just so everyone knows, this is in the IAPD Board Development Program. What this basically means is your board is engaged, active, and involved in your community as we should be. So thank you for them for running it. Having addressed all the items on the agenda, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Geraldo,
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs. Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes, the time is 6:43. The regular meeting is now adjourned.